in Philadelphia. We have the audio soundbite. Listen to this. Obama threw his grandmother under the bus at the speech on Tuesday. Then yesterday, he put the bus in reverse and ran over her.
The point I was making was not that my grandmother harbors any racial animosity. She doesn't. Right. But she is a typical white person who, if she sees somebody on the street that she doesn't know, there's a reaction that's been bred into our experiences that don't go away and that sometimes come out in the wrong way.
Typical white person? What does this reveal finally about Obama? He is not transcendent on race. Obama is telling us he is a black American first and an American second. Typical white. His grandmother, who raised him, is a typical white woman. And that these kinds of inordinate fears are bred? I have a question. I wonder how white college students at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill are feeling these days. I wonder if they are nervous walking down the street and they see a couple of black boys dressed in baggy clothes with their hats on backwards swaggering toward them. I wonder how they feel. I wonder if it makes them fear that they're going to be shot in the face for their ATM cards and their PIN numbers. Obama, do you think there might be reasons here rather than this being inbred? Typical white woman. Obama has exposed it, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, Passportgate is such a welcome arrival for both Obama and the drive-by media. Michael, if he'll say this about his he says this about his grandmother, and he excuses that locoweed pastor. And by the way, everybody's asking, where is Reverend Wright? Well, Reverend Wright's out there on a cruise. We don't know where, but he's on a cruise. Reverend Wright, we're told, needed to take a vacation. Somebody at Reverend Wright's church sent a photo of Reverend Wright talking with President Clinton in the White House on September 11th, 1998. There was a prayer breakfast. Clinton had a bunch of clergy in there to finally fess up to the Lewinsky stuff because the Star report was coming out. This picture's in the New York Times today, complete with a thank you note that Clinton sent to Jeremiah Wright in October after the September 11th date. And this is the meeting where Clinton said, I have sinned before you. I have never been at a lower point, and I'm so happy you've come. How I want it. The dog and pony show. And Reverend... They're going to repair the breach. And there was a whole bunch of people there. Reverend Wright was one. They've got this picture. This isn't the same thing. The Obama camp released this. This isn't the same thing. In order for this to have any impact at all, somebody's going to have to place Clinton in Reverend Wright's church. Which, if this church is that big, and Clinton ran for office in 92 and in 96, somebody might come up with a picture of Clinton at that church. You never know. I guarantee you somebody's looking for it. You're running for the Democrat Party. When you're running for president Democrat, you got to go to Chicago, and you have a huge church, 4,500 people. But so far, this little picture in the New York Times, the Obama camp doing everything they can to sweep this off the front page and change the subject, which they've done now with Passportgate. I'm thinking of telling the State Department to release my passport files. There's nothing in them. There's nothing in them. Your social security number, just identifying data. But I have LifeLock, so if somebody's going to get my social security number, they're not going to be able to use it for anything. So this is much ado about nothing. They had a big investigation of this. Of Bill Clinton back in 1992, because people were trying to find out. The rumor then was that Clinton was thinking of denouncing or renouncing his citizenship during the Vietnam War era, and there were rumors that he'd been traveling to the Soviet Union and participating in protests there. People wanted to see if he had been. I don't know that these particular records that were looked at today by these contract employees will tell you that. Obama, the reason people are interested in, he chairs a subcommittee on foreign affairs in Europe. He's never had a meeting. He's never chaired the meeting, never chaired the committee, never called the committee to order. He says he's traveled all over Europe, got extensive experience, but he's never said where. So it looks like it's got the Clinton fingerprints all over it until the Clintons, hey, by the way, our passport was looked into, too. And McCain's, everybody. Exactly right. So, gosh, folks, even though it's Open Line Friday, this stuff just keeps pouring out. We get to come to the rescue each and every day here.